Good morning, Malacañang Press Corps and guests. Welcome sa regular press briefing ni Presidential Spokesperson Ernesto Abella. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. We're fortunate today to have Film Development Council of the Philippines Chairperson, Liza Diño. Chair Diño will share with us the festive event organized by the FDCP in line with the upcoming Buwan ng Wika. The Pistang Pelikulang Pilipino will feature a week-long screening of all Filipino films in theaters nationwide and other parallel activities. Ladies and gentlemen of the Malacañang Press Corps, let us all give a warm welcome to Chair Liza Diño.
Presidential Spokesperson Abella, the PCOO team, and the Malacañang Press Corps, good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to address you today. The Film Development Council of the Philippines is an agency under the Office of the President tasked to promote the development of the Filipino film industry. I am nearing my first-year mark as the chairperson and CEO of the FDCP, and even with the 18 years of experience as an actress and an active member of the film industry, I still spent, and I'm still spending, as much time as I can to learn about the workings of the Filipino film industry, both in its local context and the role that it plays in world cinema. I conducted numerous consultations and attended many meetings to identify gaps and rooms for improvement for the different sectors. And we are continuously formulating plans and programs to start feasibly and proactively addressing such gaps, among the biggest of which include the need for more platforms to screen the enormous number of Filipino films produced this year. I can still remember a few months back when the concept of an exclusive platform for Filipino films in commercial theaters was far from reality. It was practically a far-fetched idea that would not have materialized if not for the help and encouragement of the various stakeholders of this industry, starting from the cinemas to the filmmakers and even government agencies who were ready to lend a helping hand to the FDCP. Soon enough, Pista ng Pelikulang Pilipino came to life, which serves as a platform, an opportunity, a chance for Philippine cinema to thrive and reach the wider audience that it deserves for an exclusive time. Solong-solo po natin ang Filipino audience for this month and for this week. This is in line with the celebration of Buwan ng Wika and our proposal for a National Film Month, because you see, August is a very exciting month for Filipino films. We also have Cinemalaya, one of the longest-running independent film festival here in the Philippines, and Cinema Region for the independent and regional films. I cannot tell you how ecstatic and proud I am that August has finally come, where we can showcase 12 films of high quality which offers a different kind of storytelling with the familiar charm of what Filipino audience have grown to watch and love. This is truly a historic moment and one I will be cherishing because this signifies the triumph of Philippine cinema and promises more to come for the industry. For August 16 to 22, all Filipinos nationwide will get the chance to watch the following films. Isang Daang Tula para kay Stella of Viva, directed by Jason Polak-Samana, starring JC Santos and Bella Padilla. Ang Manananggal sa Unit 23B, directed by Prime Cruz, starring Riza Senon and Martin Escudero. Martin Del Rosario. A Wool by Skylight and Star Cinema, directed by Enzo Williams, starring Gerald Anderson, Dayan Medina, and Bembol Rocco. Bar Boys by Kip Obanda, by Tropic Frills, starring Carlo Aquino, Rocco Nasino, Enzo Pineda, Kian Cipriano, and Odette Can. Bird Shot by TBA Studios, directed by Michael Red, starring Arnold Reyes, Mary Joy Apostol, Ku Aquino, and John Arcilia. Hamog by Cinema One, directed by Ralston Hover, starring Zaijan Zaharanilla and Therese Malvar. Paglipay, directed by Zig Dulay from To Farm, starring Gary Cabalik, John De La Cruz, and Ana Luna. Patay na si Jesus from T-Rex Entertainment Productions, directed by Victor Villanueva, starring Jacqueline Jose, Shai Fonacher, Vincent Viado, Miles Canapi, Mel de Montañez, Shinli Jenner, and Olive Nieto. Pauwi Na, which just recently won Golden Goblet in the Shanghai International Film Festival, directed by Paulo Villaluna, starring Bembol Rocco, Cherry Pie Picache, Meryl Soriano, Gerald Napoles, Jess Mendoza, and Shai Fonacher. Salvage from Cinema One, directed by Sherad Sanchez, starring Jesse Menjola and JC De Vera. Star na si Van Damme Stallone from Unitel and Straight Shooters, directed by Randolph Longhas, starring Paulo Pingol, Candy Pangilinan, Sarah Brackenshek, and Ebong Hoson. Triptico, directed by Miguel Michelena, produced by Michelena Brothers, starring Albi Casino, Joseph Marco, Kian Cipriano, and Kylie Padilla. These films were carefully selected and curated by the PPP Selection Committee, made up of the pillars of the film industry who have dedicated much valuable time, effort, and importance to the selection process. Screenwriter Ricky Lee, Director Jose Javier Reyes, Editor Manette Dairit, Director Eric Mati, film critic Ogs Cruz, and cinematographer Lee Briones, and actress Iza Calzado. We are very proud of this set of films, and we expect the Filipino audience to love them as much as we do. PPP is a massive undertaking that will not be possible if not for the coming together of all the sectors of government, from agencies to private companies and organizations. So first, let me thank all the theaters who participated. Ayala Mall Cinemas, Cash and Carry Cinemas, Century Cinemas, Cinema 2000, Commerce Center Alabang, Eastwood Cinemas, Festival Cinema, Fisher Box Office, all Gaisano Cinemas in the provinces, Gateway, Alimall Cinemas, KCC Cinemas, Mega World Lifestyle Malls, NCCC Cinemas, Power Plant Cinemas, Promenade Green Hills, Robinson's Movie World, Shang Cineplex, SM Cinemas, Santa Lucia Cinemas, Star Mall and Vista Cinemas, and Walter Mart Cinemas. The government agencies who helped us, and we wrote letters to each of them, and we're so happy that they all supported this event. National Youth Commission with their Cine Kabataan, the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, Movie, Television Review and Classification Board, MMDA, Commission sa Wikang Filipino, National Parks Development Committee for giving us the Rizal Park on August 13, PCOO, of course, thank you, Spokes, for this, Office of the Presidential Spokesperson, Department of Public Works and Highways, Philippine Information Agency, ULAP, and various local government units nationwide. And of course, the members of the private sector, Globe Telecom, Sipwater, Vikings, Sequoia Hotel, and White Space Inc. Part of the advocacy of PPP and FDCP is raising awareness on piracy, which is killing the Filipino industry. Marami na pong namatay na mga opportunities para po sa atin because of piracy. And it affects Philippine film workers who have dedicated blood, sweat, and tears into each and every film. If we want to professionalize our industry, we need to protect our workers and artists and the art that they produce. This is why, together with our partners in Globe, we are supporting the Play It Right, a campaign that encourages our audiences to watch films from legitimate sources only, and supporting our filmmakers to be able to continue what they love, making films for the Filipino people. We would like to solicit all of your support in making Pista ng Pelikulang Pilipino a success by spreading the word to our audiences. As early as July, we have been conducting mall caravans, campus tours, and press conferences to drum up the excitement and buzz. And believe me when I tell you that you will not be disappointed for our main offerings. Pero hindi po ito magiging successful kung hindi po namin makukuha po ang suporta ng publiko, ng ating mga manonood, ng audiences po natin na talagang gutom na gutom po para po sa mga iba't ibang klaseng pelikula na kayang i-offer po ng ating local filmmakers. On August 13, we will have a Pista at the Park, a one-day fiesta-type event in Luneta with Banjetto food stalls and fiesta games to be participated in by our PPP films and stars. Everyone is invited to enjoy the day with us, which will be highlighted by a motorcade by our PPP stars and cast. On the eve of PPP, on August 15, we will hold a premiere gala night at SM Mega Mall with a special screening of the newly restored film Zamboanga, our oldest film that we just restored, a 1937 film starring Fernando Poe Sr., considered as one of the oldest films in possession by the agency. This will officially open PPP while also celebrating the 100 years of Philippine cinema. This will be followed by another main event, a Thanksgiving night on August 20, where we play tribute to our films through a mini concert and fiesta. The PPP films' diversity in terms of treatment, theme, and genre is what makes it all the more exceptional as they are familiar. We are so excited for you to see them on the big screen. And at this point, I'd like to show you the trailer of our 12 films for Pista ng Pelikulang Pilipino.
Sino ang gustong mag-artista? Kaya ko to.
Guys, eto na yun ha.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, and we hope that you will continue to support us from August 16 to 22 by stopping by your nearest theaters to watch all of the PPP films. Maraming salamat po.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. MPC questions? Joseph Morong, microphone in front of you.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning. Can you give us a little more background on the film Zamboanga? Why did you choose this film to open the Pelikulang Pilipino?
Every year, FDCP is given 2 films to restore. And we chose Zamboanga. It's the oldest film actually right now in our possession, acquired by Mr. Nick De Ocampo from the American Film Congress. And it's an opportunity for us to see this in its fully restored version. And actually on August 15, it's also our tribute to the celebration of 100 years of Philippine cinema. So this is the perfect film for the event.
For our viewers, ano po yun on Facebook? Will this be free or medyo discounted yung rates? Do you have discounted rates for students or discounts and stuff?
The PPP
Yes.
selections? Yes, meron po kaming student promo rates. Sa Metro Manila po, 150 pesos lang po ang ticket para sa mga estudyante. At sa labas ng Metro Manila, in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, in all the cities and provinces, 100 pesos po. From August 16 to 22, lahat po ng mga pelikula. Meron din po kaming promo para po sa mga regular moviegoers. Meron pong 4+1 sa lahat po ng sinehan. If you buy 4 tickets or you watch 4 different movies, you get 1 free. And recently, we acquired a partnership with SM with a festival pass, watching 6 unique films for 990 pesos. So this is really a audience development program na binuo po namin para po talaga sa mga manonood. Kaya po talagang sana po supportahan po.
And during that period, we won't see any Hollywood movies?
No Hollywood films po for this period with a partnership po of the cinemas.
Buti pumayag.
Pumayag, yun nga po eh. Yay!
Bakit pumayag?
Kasi po makulit po kami. Hindi ba? Kasi po siguro, I think you always have to find commonalities in the vision. And even if alam po natin na ang cinemas talagang business and meron po tayong mga agreements na sinign for free trade, it's their choice po and nakakatuwa po dahil naniniwala po sila and doon po sa vision po ng Buwan ng Wika for us to celebrate our own films.
Okay, question, MPC? Ma'am, kanina sinabi nyo, you need a platform or more platform to improve film industry. So, ano po yung gusto nyo mga platforms na kailangan to improve?
Well, isa po sa mga nagiging problema po ng industriya ngayon ay, of course, every time po na nagkakaroon po tayo ng mga local films in cinemas, nalulunod po siya sa mga blockbuster films, sa mga Hollywood films. I think we need to find opportunities po to give a fair chance and level the playing field for our local films. And binubusisi po namin kung paano po pa kami magkakaroon ng other opportunities and programs para po mabigyan talaga natin ng mas malaking platform ang mga local films po natin. Kasi we have so many amazing and creative filmmakers who are dedicated to give us really good films. And if we're given that chance, and I think this is a good start, that they are watching 12 beautiful films nationwide. And normally po na hindi po sila nakikita ng matagal. Normally po in different cities lang po siya napapanood. So this is really hopefully a game changer.
Okay, question, NPC? Okay, thank you, Ma'am Liza.
Thank you so much. Maraming salamat po.
Okay, Presidential Spokesperson Ernesto Abella.
Morning. Just a few items before we go to the Q&A. On free irrigation, we welcome the Senate's approval yesterday on third and final reading, Senate Bill number 1465, or the Free Irrigation Service to Small Farmers Act of 2017, to exempt small farmers from irrigation fees. This will increase efficiency and decrease farm production costs, allowing for higher income for small farmers. The House Representatives approved their version of the bill on third and final reading last 29. We are hopeful that the passage of the law would be smooth sailing, which is PRD's campaign promise to help our small farmers. Also, investment projects up by 30% as of mid-July of 2017. The Board of Investments registered its investment projects to 272.7 billion as of mid-July in 2017, which is a 30% increase from last year's 210.4 billion. This means that the agency's target to reach 500 billion investment projects is on track. The full operation of these projects would create 56,056 jobs, which is 50% higher than last year's 37,487 of the same period. Indeed, the Duterte administration will continue its efforts in attracting more investments to generate more jobs, hence providing secure and a comfortable life for all Filipinos. As of 26 July, day 65 of rebellion in Marawi, we'd just like to give an update. Enemies killed 460, or an increase of 7. Civilians killed, no change. Firearms recovered, 533, or +2. And civilians rescued, no change. Buildings cleared, 17. Yesterday, 6. Killed in action, 111, or +2. As of 1500 yesterday, 25 July 2017, here's the status of the Land Bank cash donations for AFP casualties. We already have 9,713,223 and 23 centavos. And for internally displaced persons, we have a total of 818 and 315 and 21 centavos. We're open now to a few questions.
Joseph Morrow?
Yes.
Medyo madami. Una muna, sir, reaction na kailangan ng office. I think the PCA in Singapore ordered the government to reimburse Maynila 3 billion pesos because of the failure to approve or to approve the adjustment from 2013 to 2017. So
yeah, I believe the Secretary of Finance has made a reference to that he will go back and check and find out how to source the payment.
So we will pay.
I suppose so.
Okay. Sir, shift lang ng topic sa BPL, sir.
Yes.
Well, essentially, the President Duterte is continuing the track of the previous administration in pushing for the BBL. But before, there were questions by then Senator Santiago questioning the authority of the President to enter into peace agreements with the MILF. That's number one. Number two, who gave the authority for the MILF to represent all the Moros or the Bangsamoros, sir? Any comments on that objection?
I referred to Ma'am Inday Santiago, and her explanation is, although the MILF acts as a principal party in the CAB, hold on. The nature of the MILF is that it is a revolutionary organization. Members self-select. They join an organization because they believe in its aims. To obtain their demand that the Moro exercise their right to self-determination, they waged a war against the government. In order to stop the violence, government and the MILF agreed to start peace negotiations in 1997. Although the MILF acts as a principal party in the CAB, the issues discussed reflect the grievances of the Moros for social justice and self-determination. The CAB also, including the draft BBL, have been informed by hundreds of consultations with various stakeholders. In other words, the nature of their engagement, our engagement with the MILF was due to the situation at hand.
Okay. Sir, with regard to the authority of the President to enter into peace negotiations, what's your comment on that? Na parang ang sinasabi ni then Senator Santiago is that the BBL, because of some of its provisions, may have the tendency to create a sub-state and diminish some powers of the central government. In that case, though, it needs Senate concurrence because you're going to change some aspects of the government. So
We'll have to refer that back to the Solgen, or we'll have to refer that back to the Office of the President. We will find out.
Sir, just one last question
Yes.
on the BBL. The 2016 and the 2017 BBL, sir, are essentially the same, if not more, the 2017. Do you think that it will pass muster in Congress, given that there were objections in some of the provisions in 2016 that are present in 2017?
I believe circumstances have changed, and the Senate and the Congress understands the situation at hand on the ground, and I believe that they will concur, that they will understand the situation.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yes.
question, Maricel Halili, TV5.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, during the son of the president, he mentioned about the Balangiga
Balangiga.
bells. Yes.
Yes.
Why all of a sudden he raised this issue and asked the U.S. to return it while he keeps, while he's quiet on the issue of West Philippine Sea? Why is that, sir?
Those two are different. The two situations are different. The other one is really to correct a social injustice. The other one is a negotiating. The other one is present negotiations on certain particular matters.
Isn't this, sir, a diversionary tactic of the president so as to forget the issue on the WP?
I wouldn't say that. I believe that this is it's a very significant and very symbolic act in order to in order to highlight the fact that we do protect our patrimony.
Sir, during the sona of the president, parang obviously marami siyang mga ad-libs. So I'm just curious, are there issues that were not tackled during the sona? Baka may na-miss siya dun sa original na script?
As far as I went back and forth with some of the personnel who were involved in the production, he went through most of it. He went through the script. He went through the speech. So I cannot, at this stage, identify any particular item that he missed out, if at all. Yes.
So lahat na mention po. Sir, one last na lang po, clarification. When the president said during his sona to hold off assault doon sa mga sa Marawi because of the 300 civilians, what does it mean by that?
It simply means that they need to proceed with caution.
Proceed with caution.
Proceed
So
with
there's
caution.
no suspension of military
No, I mean, they're
operations.
still there, right? They cannot suspend that, but they need to proceed with caution.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, question, MPC. Trisha Macas, GMA Online.
Hi, sir. Good morning. I have two questions. First, the Communist Party of the Philippines urged its armed wing, the NPA, to, hold on, I'll just read the statement, to accelerate its growth by stepping up its recruitment of new red fighters, as it called the Duterte regime as under the US. So I think it said that the US Duterte regime is bound to face the Filipino and Moro people's all-out resistance and is risking a fate worse than the detested US Marcos dictatorship. We just want to get the palace statement on this, sir.
That what? Specifically that?
The US Duterte regime is bound to face the Filipino and Moro people's all-out resistance and is risking a fate worse than the detested US Marcos dictatorship. So, how will the palace respond to this strong statement from the CPP?
Well, basically, I mean, I think they have a distorted perception of what the president is doing. Basically, the president has been very open, has actually engaged them, but from where he's coming from and from where the president is coming from, he has actually bent over backwards in trying to accommodate them. And however, he has not, as his reactions lately, apparently he doesn't perceive that there is a common response, that there is a commensurate response. So I don't know about being worse or what, but the fact is the president has been quite open and has actually engaged those parties with openness.
Sir, with the latest statements of the president, during the press conference, he categorically said that he would no longer proceed with the peace talks with the communists. And with this latest statement from the CPP, does the palace think that there will be no more talks? There will be no hope or chance for the peace talks to continue with the communists?
Up to this point, we go by what the president has said.
So, sir, parang it wasn't a bluff naman when he said na parang no more talks, ganyan. Kasi the way he said it, parang, oh, ayaw nyo pala eh, ayaw ko na rin. So, can you explain to us, sir, na parang,
Well,
is that statement
I cannot
final?
over-explain him. You know, I just have to go by what he said. Okay.
Sir, so wala pa po bang notice of termination?
Wala po.
pa.
Officially, there's none. However, those are his. You could say that at this particular stage, those are his directives, unless otherwise.
Sir, medyo related lang, pero specifically po kay Joma Season, he responded po sa sinabi ni President last night na to commit suicide, and yeah, and then he said he said na President Duterte should consult a psychiatrist because he has a sick mind. So. Yeah, we just want to get the palace reaction to this kind of statement.
I believe those are really expanded statements.
So no more reactions, sir, from
No
the
reactions regarding that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Philip Tubesa?
Sir, good morning. Follow-up lang po. The President said Joma has colon cancer. Dininay po ni Joma, and he's challenging the palace to release the medical records of the President. Could you get your...
Those are two different issues. The President has again and again declared. And we can see that he is pretty much in control of his physiology. He seems to be in the best of health. Thank you.
Questions? MPC, Maricel?
Okay.
Questions? Okay.
But given that, is the palace willing to disclose the medical records of the president?
Up to this stage, I don't know what the response is, but there's really no need to do that.
Yes, sir. Okay.
As far as I can see, there's really no need to do that.
No need to do that.
Okay, question, MPC? Sir, from Deo de Guzman, ano daw po yung final instruction ni President Duterte kay Dole Secretary Bello regarding yung pagpapatigil na ng peace talks?
Papatig. Wala po tayong official word. Official word has not reached my table.
Okay, MPC questions? Okay, Joseph Morong, last question.
So yung sa hearing lang sa Senate ngayon, si General Bato said na hindi nga normal yung ibalik sa field si Marcos, but it was the President's insistence that he be reinstated kasi sayang daw yung sweldo and all that. Na parang
Dahil-
sayang daw yung sweldo kung suspended lang. Sa pagtrabahuan na rin now. Comment.
Well, from the statement, from the way it was explained, it is a very pragmatic solution. Coming from the President, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you po.
Thank you, Malacañang Press Corps. Thank you, Presidential Spokesperson
Thank you.
Ernesto Abella. Back to our main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and PTV.